Good morning, class. Hope and pray you all are safe and healthy. Today we will do grammar study of chapter number 11, the signal 2 of English reader book. Class, in this chapter we will learn about non-finite verbs. There are three non-finite verbs: infinitives, gerund and participles. All of first infinitives. Students, infinitive is a non-finite verb which is generally preceded by to and used like a noun, adjective or adverb. Means to say, the infinitive always having to and base form, first form of verb. For example, you are going to complain, I suppose. Here to complain is infinitive. And also remember that an infinitive is the second verb, and generally it comes after the first verb. As in the given example, to complain is written after main verb going. Now let's do a few sentences of exercise. Semyon was surprised. It is already done. To see Wesley. Here to see is infinitive. Second sentence, he advised Wesley to give up. To give up is infinitive in this sentence. Now participle. The word which is partly a verb and partly an adjective in its use is called a participle. And a participle ends in ing, ed, d, t, en or n. Students, remember participle acts as a verb as well as an adjective and sometimes as adverb also. Now let's read an example. In his mind, Simeon saw the engine strike against the loosened rail. Here, loosened, this is participle of verb loosen, and it is acting as an adjective and it is qualifying the noun rail. And on the basis of use, participles are of two kinds: present participle and past participle. Present participle ends in ing. For example, almost choking, he muttered, to town, to Moscow, to the head office. Here choking, this is the present participle because it is ending in ing. Second kind of participles is past participle, and these verbs means to say past participle ends in ed, d, t, en and n. For example, the stained flag saved the lives of the train passengers. Here stained ending in ed. This is past participle. Now let's do a few sentences of exercise J. First is blank. Lift the heavy bag. Gopa opened the door for Mrs. Ayer. Here we will write on lifting the heavy bag, present participle. Now second sentence, Robert Frost wrote the timeless poem dash by words on a snowy evening. Stopping by words on a snowy evening. Again this is present participle. Now third sentence, this beautifully dash sari once belonged to my grandmother. Here verb is given weave. We will write on woven. This beautifully woven sari. And this is past participle. kind of non-finite verbs is gerund. Students, gerund is a non-finite verb which ends in ing and works like a noun. Students, remember that gerunds like present participle ends in ing but their function is different. Gerund acts, works like a noun, but present participle acts as a verb or adjective and sometimes adverb also. Now let's read given example. Simon's work included checking and repairing of the rail tracks. In this sentence, checking and repairing, these are formed by adding ing to the verb check and repair. And these two words, checking and repairing, are working as noun. So these are gerunds. Students, many times we can use infinitive or gerund without changing meaning in place of one another. For example, to see is to believe. Here, to see is infinitive. In the next sentence, seeing is believing. Here, believing is gerund. Meaning of both these sentences is same. Infinitives are used when we are more sure, when we are definite, and gerund is used when we are going to tell any journal statement. Now let's see a few sentences of exercise K. First is the boys finished writing their essay before the period ended. Here writing, right verb is given, we will write writing gerund. Next is would you mind blank switch on the fan. Here verb switch is given and we will write switching. Would you mind switching on the fan? Class, do grammar study of chapter number 9, 10 and 11. In chapter number 9, you have to find out direct and indirect objects. Students, already we have done this chapter in our grammar book. Thing is called direct object and person is called indirect object. In chapter number 10, the signal 1, grammar study of that chapter, you have to fill in the blanks with correct form of verb. And in chapter number 11, the signal 2, grammar study of this chapter, you have to fill in the blanks with the infinitives, participles and gerunds. Students, workbook is for revision, so try to complete your workbook also. Thank you and have a nice day.